What's up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and today I'm bringing you a mod overview of my Centurion Stryfe integration. So this is a Stryfe with a Centurion integrated over it. I've made a cut inside the Centurion shell around here, so the Stryfe would be able to fit up inside of it, pretty much completely covering the Stryfe. The only part of the Stryfe you see is just the bottom portion here in the handle. That's the only part of the Stryfe that you see. The front was cut off of the Centurion and then covered with polycarbonate. You can see that there. Pretty clean, I think. The Stryfe is the functioning blaster in this mod. I've rewired it with 18A WG wire, put in a new switch so it has a snappy rev up time, and it's running off of a 3S LiPo, and also has Rhino motors installed. So quick rev up time, and that's absolutely essential in my opinion to actually have a flywheel blaster rev up that quickly. It allows you to use this in a war situation, because if you have to wait 2-3 seconds for your motors to completely rev before you fire a dart, you could be shot. So the LiPo is housed inside the shell of this blaster. I really wanted to keep a clean look, so that's why I decided not to put a big box on the outside that would house the LiPo. Unfortunately, I do have to take this completely apart to charge and discharge my LiPo, but I think it's worth it to keep this great look. One other option, if you were thinking about trying this integration and you wanted to be able to charge your LiPo but didn't want to put an external box on the outside, is to maybe cut a hole in the bottom here and run your wires through this part, so then you could possibly disconnect and connect. But I still didn't really want to do that myself because I just didn't want external wires outside the blaster. But that is an option. Or you could possibly run the leads out the side if you don't put LEDs here. But then again, and I probably would have done it on this side, but nevertheless I didn't want external wires like that hanging out of the blaster, just to keep a good look. So the paint job on this, I completely sand the entire blaster down after I finished with the integration to about 320 grit, and then I use a Duplicolor black vinyl dye for my base coat. So after I put my base coat on, I went with a black Duplicolor Perfect Match automotive paint. Then I taped off the the parts that I wanted to keep black, and then covered the other part with a chrome, Duplicolor chrome, and then put a red metallic cast Duplicolor paint on top of the chrome. And that's what gives it that really shiny look. And then after all that was done, I clear coated it with a Duplicolor clear coat, gloss clear coat. Also, I integrated 2 LED strips on each side of the blaster. So you got one strip here that runs through the priming well of the Centurion, and then also on this side I have a switch that turns on these LEDs right here. It's probably very hard to see in the light, but I'll give you guys a look at it in the dark here in a minute. The LEDs were purchased online from superbrightleds.com. If you're looking for LEDs, I highly suggest checking them out. I'll put a link in the description below. Also, I have a switch right here that turns on the voltmeter. The voltmeter is integrated on top there, and lets me know what my LiPo is charged to, so I don't over discharge the battery. It's very important not to over discharge your LiPo batteries. And then after all that, I've put iron sights on the top here. And these are 3D printed iron sights from Slydev, and I got them off of Containment Crew's website online. And then the magazine is a Worker 22 round magazine, and I just purchased 7 of these for Nation vs. Zombie, and they are really cool, really well made, and I will probably try to do a review on these soon for the channel, but I want to test them out first, so it'll probably be after Nation vs. Zombie when I do a review of these, to really give you guys an accurate review of the product. Also, I have a Gavin Fuzzy 3D printed mag release. which allows me to very easily push this and pull out my magazine, or also just use my finger and pull the magazine out very easily. So it really helps quicken up your reload time, which is very important in a war situation. And then, last but not least, I have a sling mount, 1-point sling. This is how I usually run it, with a 1-point sling. And then I have a little adapter thing here that velcros on. That kind of gives it a little bit, protects the paint a little bit so it doesn't rub quite as much. Speaking of wear, this definitely has been used a ton since I finished modding it back fall of last year. And it does have some paint chips on it from wear and tear, but I actually think it kind of adds to the look of the worn look that I added. And then I also added some worn look of my own with rub and buff, silver rub and buff. So I'll give you guys a firing demonstration and then some still shots to give you guys a really good idea of what this looks like at night with the LEDs on. So I really need your guys' help finding a name for this blaster. I have not been able to think of a name that really suits this well yet. So I was hoping that you guys could help me out and leave some ideas in the comment section below. And with that, I want to say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Peace out.